And welcome back here at Heritage Hill Brewhouse in Pompey for the exclusive Q&A section of the show here on QSportsTalk.com. Coach, so as people get the notifications that the cameras are on and the mics are on here at Heritage Hill, you can stop in and say hi in the stream chat, ask questions, and get right to it here, Coach. Good to see you. And I know last week you said you'd circled that UConn game early on as the game that you felt was the most important one at that part of the season. Obviously pleased with the effort and the outcome from the guys.
Yeah, it was cool. I was pleased with the effort. Thankful that we had an opportunity of winning. Thankful we had an opportunity of playing a good football team, because they were a good team. They were just well-rounded. They were good in all phases of the game. So it was really cool, and thankful and happy that we got to play against them.
If you have a question, and some comments are starting to roll in here already on QSportsTalk.com. This from Ryan. Coach, to me, you remind me of when Coach Prime went to Colorado and how he brought back the fans and alumni and traditions to Colorado. And that's what you're doing here at SU. When Coach Prime signed with Colorado, he said, quote, "I'm coming and I'm bringing my luggage with me, and it's Louis." What brand of luggage did you bring with you?
I can't afford Louis. Yeah, I can't afford Louis. I just came with a regular book bag.
That's whatever you got.
Yeah, I came with a book bag right now. I'll try to keep my money. And when the time comes, though, I'll spend it out. My wife probably came with Louis or Gucci. Yeah, I just came with a Nike book bag.
Whatever you got to put your stuff in.
Yep.
Now that Ryan brought up Coach Prime in Colorado, and obviously there's still more football to be played in the end of the weekend, but the bowl projections come out, and one of the projections had Syracuse taking on Colorado in one of the big bowl games. What would that mean for you in a bowl game in your first year as a head coach to go against a guy like Coach Prime, a guy that is really you consider a mentor?
I would be very thankful. It'd be good. It would be a fun atmosphere. I mean, anything he's involved in, he turns it up to the limit on another level. And it'll be good to just learn from him and ask him a few questions, because we'll get to spend time together through that week in a bowl game. Of course, we'll go out and compete our butts off against each other, but just the opportunity of being able to talk to him, being able to take some of the business ideas from him and just see how he sees things a little bit different. And then just that atmosphere that our players will have an opportunity of playing in, I think it'll be a good idea. I think that we should play in a bowl game. I think that would be good for our players to be able to experience that atmosphere that he has, not just the Colorado fans, but has the country following, and being able to do that. And, I'll be able to pick up some fans that will start to like us also just from that. So I think that if you've been watching college football and you see what's going on and you see what Coach Prime has done over the few years, and then you see what we're doing right now, that will be no better, atmosphere than to have a Syracuse and Colorado possibly play each other in a bowl game. That would be amazing. It would be a dream come true for my children to finally get to meet Coach Prime face to face. He's talked to him on the phone a few times, and just for me to go and watch and be able to coach against an icon. Like, he's not just a football coach. I mean, he is coach, but in the same sense, he's Deion Sanders, and he's an icon in everything he does. He does it at a high level when he played baseball, when, he played football, just, and everywhere he win, they win championships. So, he's that guy. So I'm very thankful. If we do have a chance to play against him, I'll be happy to go against a guy who's been there and showing me the ropes.
Now, do you have a chance during the season? I think you may have mentioned this a week or two ago, to interact with the Coach Prime during the season.
Yeah, we talked a couple times. Yeah, we spoke a few times. It was pretty in-depth conversation. Him just schooling me, showing me a couple things in the game, me asking him a few questions like that. It's just been pretty cool. It's been a good deal to be able to. I'm very thankful that he's allowed me to call him, talk to him, and to pick his brain apart, to just ask different questions that I may need to help our team be able to succeed. He just told me that he wanted me to do better than he done his first year, so that was important, being able to do that. So he done a good job. I'm excited that we get a chance to know each other and communicate.
Earlier in the week, in an interview, Kyle had said that the decision for him to come here and play for Syracuse was the best decision of his life. How did that hit you when you heard him saying that about his decision to come here?
I mean, I felt as though outside of accepting the man above in my life and marrying my wife and having kids, I mean, I felt as though it was one of my best decisions I made in my life too. So I kind of feel where he's coming from. It's been successful, and anytime there's success, and we went through some sacrificing. There was a lot that we put on the line. There was a lot of sacrifice. So when you get success after sacrifice, it feels really good, and you say, dang, it was all worth it, And I think we both took a leap of faith. Just went out and said, you know what, I'm going to go get this. I'm going to get this done. This is going to work. We took a leap of faith on each other. Him trusting in me trusting in him, me giving him the keys to the vehicle and saying, go ahead and drive him. Him allowing me to be the guy to point the direction where he needs to drive the team. So it's been a good deal, man. I'm thankful, man. He'll be my little brother for the rest of our lives.
Well, I think we're all thankful. Thank you and Kyle for deciding that this was a spot that you wanted to spend the next part of your career. This from Sandy. Coach, really looking forward to the game on Saturday. I think everybody is when Miami comes for that 3:30 kickoff. Sandy says, I was wondering, is it fair to say that your philosophy to building your roster is to go heavier on high school kids to develop them and then approach the portal trying to find 5 to 8 guys who can make an impact on areas on need who have multiple years of eligibility?
Yeah, I mean, if they have multiple years of eligibility, then I will never just turn it down. But I love to develop young kids. I want to develop young men, and I want you guys to be able to see them grow. I want to see when they first come to the school and when they come in as 17, 18 years old without a clue and then leave as a young man. It's almost like I remember one of my coaches used to say, they come with a book bag and leave with a suitcase. So that's with a briefcase, not a suitcase. Leave with a briefcase. So that's kind of what I'm interested in, those guys being able to do that. I like high school kids. I like developing young guys. I like to make sure that everything they learn, they could be first just learned with us and not it was somewhere else and it just didn't work, or they might not like certain things and they're accustomed to certain things other ways. I want to be able to just pour into these kids and just show them this is what it takes to be successful here.
Just tagging along with that question, which goal of those developing players and developing young men has been the most rewarding for you so far as the head coach? The young men part or the player part, or is it an equal thing?
I think all around. I think developing young men, I think getting them closer with their faith, first and foremost, is important. And when you see that happen, you're very thankful because ultimately that's my job, to make sure that I can get them closer to the man above. And then with seeing them start playing ball right away early in the year and just seeing success through football, seeing success in the classroom, seeing them have success in the community. So just seeing them become well-rounded in all areas and not just on the football field, also academically, And that, to me, is important when you can see a kid just flourishing in all aspects of his life and you start to see that glow. And it's like, wow, why is he like that? Because he works extremely hard and he has a lot of faith. So when you got a lot of faith and you work hard, things usually just work out for you.
This one from Ryan. He says, Coach, Kyle's dad for his college career had 441 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Kyle did that just in this past game. Does that mean he gets football bragging rights over his dad?
Okay, that's been
I'd say yes.
Yeah, and look, he's probably better than him in Little League. It's been his dad. He's been had the football bragging rights. But everything he knows, though, he knows from his pops. His pops has taught him. That's a good deal that he had. He had a father that played college quarterback, so he's able to teach him and talk to him and, just school him all the way through. He's been there with him and teaching his son since he's been in high school, so that's a good deal.
Well, Kyle, we have a chance during the week at the radio station. He comes in live for his interviews, and I don't know if people get a chance to see him in interviews often, but he's just a great young guy. I love just hanging out with him. He's just a good, positive guy. He's class act all the way around, and I wish everybody would have a chance to see the guys and guys like Kyle at that level.
Yeah, he's class act. Fit in anywhere, though. He can fit in with anywhere with anybody. He knows who he is, so that's what makes him such a great person.
This question from Steve says, Coach, I've always viewed a team as a collection of diverse individuals united by their desire to win. You often talk of your religious faith and have said that religion helped you unite your team. If a player was of a different faith or wasn't religious at all, could he feel just as much a part of the team as his teammates?
Yeah, because we still have that. Everyone's not in the same religion, and everyone doesn't believe in someone higher up. But it's still about me showing them that I love them and care about them. I don't think that you have to take the Bible and have to follow a certain religion. I think there's a lot of stories in there about life. So when you start to read the Bible and you see the things that went on in life, it just talks about life. It talks about the man with the perverse tongue. It talks about the woman who wanted to commit adultery. It talks about just David and Goliath, what it is to stand up against a giant, what it is to believe in yourself and to do those things. So yeah, it's not just about the religion part. I think it's those stories that went on a long time ago that are still relevant today. So you don't have to follow a certain religion. I think you just need to follow these stories and know, okay, this happened before, so I don't need to go down that track because it happened already. And it happened so that way I can go and be successful and follow my own trail.
Question going back to the UConn game. Coach, what was UConn doing differently in the second half that allowed them to have more success passing in the second half than in the first half?
I thought they had more success passing and first half than they had in the second. Of course, 2 minute always becomes easier for someone to pass, but I just thought that they just did a good job. They got a good coaching staff. I think their wide receivers are good. I thought the offensive coordinator was good. And I think Jim Moran understands and knows the game, so he does things the right way. And those guys, they're playing for him. They play hard for him.
Now, do you give it, I don't know if this has come up before, after games in the locker room, do you give game balls to guys, offense, defense? Every game or not necessarily?
You know what else I do? A lot at practice. I say, guys, be quiet so we can talk, because I can't really hear myself because everyone in here keeps talking. So I tell guys to be quiet. And then when they don't be quiet, I usually kick them out of practice. So if you guys over there don't be quiet while we talking, then I'm going to kick y'all out. You know what I'm saying? So, I do though. We do give out game balls after games, certain games, or if I feel that everyone done what was needed, we would definitely do that.
In the most recent win after UConn, did you give out the game balls?
Kyle McCord. Yeah, Kyle
Probably
McCord.
Give him all of them.
Definitely gave him a game ball. He had the single season passing record. And then we're going to do something for all of the parents because it was senior day to make sure that all those parents that were there for their kids as seniors, they'll definitely have something when the time comes. And then we acknowledged Daryl Gill for his performance, but he didn't get a game ball. It went to Kyle McCord.
This question, unrelated to football, but with the holiday coming up on a Thursday, Thanksgiving side dishes for you, Coach, on Thursday. Side dishes.
Mac and cheese, sweet potatoes. Yeah, mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, you got to have.
Got to have that. I'm with you on that.
And then collard greens. It just depends who cooks the collard greens.
Is there a secret to it?
Yeah, if my mother-in-law cooks the collard greens, then I'm going to have them. If my father-in-law cooks them this year, I'm not going to eat them because he always tries to do too much. So, sometimes he just does too much because he sees something. So, but if my mother-in-law cooks the collard greens, I'm definitely going to eat them. Mom Shay, your collard greens are way better than Clyde, so I hope that you cook them and not him, so then that way I can have collard greens.
Okay, fair. And for Thanksgiving, obviously there's a huge game that you're prepping for, but for this Thursday, for you and the team, what will the team do on Thursday? They still got to practice in the morning? Is there regular dates?
It's practice. It's the same thing. We're going to do the same thing that we would do every other Thursday, but we'll just go. All the players will go to different coaches' houses and eat. A lot of players will be at mine, and then some will go to some of their position homes. But we'll all we'll practice our butts off, and then we'll head out.
Now, as far as the game, obviously they're very talented Miami team coming to the Dome for that 3:30 kickoff, and as Matt was saying earlier, probably one of the biggest games in the Dome in 30 years here this late in the season. Obviously very talented, but when you're breaking down Miami and you're watching them on film and game tape, when you look at individual players, who are you looking at that you really got to keep an eye on this weekend?
I mean, obviously their quarterback is a really good football player. I think Cam Ward is one of the best in the country. I like my quarterback better, but I would say Cam Ward is definitely one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Number 7, their receiver, he's really a good football player. Their running backs, I think, are good. They got a good offensive line. Defensively, their D-line is good. I like number 31 at linebacker. He's a dog. And then their secondary is pretty good. I mean, it's Miami. The U's coming back. So, excited we get to come, but they got to come to the Dome. So, but I'm excited to have them come up here and play. I think it's something that's good for college football. A little upset that we didn't get game day to come and watch us due to the fact of, I think they said they were going to see Texas and Texas A&M play.
I think, they
you know how that goes with the rankings. I think Texas A&M, what's their record?
I don't know, but it's like, what is it?
I think they 8-3, right? Yeah, they 8-3. I think we're 8-3. I think Miami only lost 1 game. Texas lost 1 game. So it's kind of like, I guess they just wanted to go see the SEC play. So we're gonna make sure, Coach Cristobal and myself will make sure that our event is pretty cool. We're gonna have a good outing here for this game.
Well, and arguably a far more impactful game with what's on the line for the ACC title game, as opposed to rivalry week is popular, and that's why I think a lot of the games are picked. But as far as an individual game, hard to argue with the importance of the game in our own JMA Dome coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, this game means a lot. It means a lot for us. I think it means a lot for them. And I'm just excited that we get to go out and compete against each other. I mean, it's just something that I think every little kid grows up looking forward to and extremely happy about it. So, man, I can't wait this Saturday. So I just can't wait to go and play.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, who's got eligibility here? We want to, there's a couple. People want to suit up and play for you, Coach.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. None of them getting in. Nobody getting in. Not against the Hurricanes. I've been watching on tape. They're not getting in.
This week when we were talking to Kyle, he was going over his collection when he was a kid of jerseys that he wore to school. He had one from every NFL team, and he had some pretty random ones. He's just a lot of kids, a football nerd. When you were young like that, did you have a collection of jerseys that you wore to school?
I mean, a couple of them. Sure, probably some. Depends if somebody gave me one of their jerseys and had different things. I remember I had a Sean Springs jersey. I remember getting that. I remember I had a Herschel Walker jersey. I had a Randall Cunningham jersey. Donovan McNabb with the Eagles. Peyton Manning. I had a Penny Hardaway jersey, basketball-wise.
Did you?
That was like my best one. But I had Tracy McGrady, not Penny Hardaway. I had Tracy McGrady's jersey. That was like one of my favorite ones that I had. I had a Steve Francis jersey because of the Francis on the back, so that was cool. But mine was all like replica. They wasn't like the
the real deal.
Not the Mitchell and Ness. I could get that Mitchell and Ness now.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, it wasn't like Mitchell and Ness, but it was cool.
This one here in the stream chat, again, if you have a question for Coach Fran and you're watching here at QSportsTalk.com, feel free to put it into the stream chat. Coach, it says you previously said you were friends with DeJuan Wagner. Were you able to build a friendship with John Calipari since he coached with DeJuan?
I wasn't able to build a friendship with John Calipari, but I met him. But me and Wagner are like close. He's one of my good friends. I told him last week that I should call him right now and tell him I'm on the show, see if he'll pick up and send him on FaceTime.
See if he'll join us here in the stream chat portion.
Pick up real quick and see what he's doing, if he's busy or not.
If he's all right.
I call him Wani. I don't call him DeJuan. So
okay, see if Wani's available. And just a couple of minutes here left. By the way, if again you have a question you want to throw into the stream chat, but in the meantime we're waiting Wani to pick up. What else would he be doing if that's important here on the
watching basketball?
That's his.
His son is a really good player, and he's telling him I'm on this piece to pick up. Hit me up. We usually don't talk on FaceTime, but I'm gonna text him right now and tell him to pick up.
This question here for you, Coach: is Saquon Barkley the greatest football player to come out of New York City?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know everybody that came out. He's good.
It's like, why did they think you know?
Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, he was a good football player, though. So, but I don't know if he was the best.
There's a lot of guys on that list to narrow down, right? We're able to catch after the game, Coach, or probably not during the game, obviously, but at the half when they had the tribute to Coach Mack. and the tribute and putting his name up into the Ring of Honor in the JMA Wireless Dome. We're able to watch after the fact any of that on video, and have you since heard more great stories about Coach Mack?
All of it. I was excited. That was one of the reasons that it was so important for us to be able to win that game. Coach Mack went into the Ring of Honor. We got the win. Our seniors were able to go out with a winning record. Already have 8 wins and going to go get 9. So it was really good that we had the opportunity to do that day. And that's why that was important, because I wanted to make sure that day was just good all around. I want to make sure that when Coach Mack goes in the Ring of Honor, that when people think about it, we played UConn, who was a rival.
Sure, yeah.
And then we got a chance to beat UConn. That's a good football team. We just didn't beat a normal team, so we beat a good football team when Coach Mack went to the Ring of Honor.
This question, and I think Matt actually mentioned it as part of the play-by-play during the game, but did we throw deep on that first play as a tribute to Coach Mack?
Yeah, somebody told us they wanted us to do it. They said it another way they wanted it to be done, but we wanted to do it outside. But they was talking about fake something, play action, tight end down the pipe. Somebody texted me. I forget all the stuff they said. It was funny, but it was kind of like Coach Nixon actually wanted to go deep down. They said the stadium would go crazy if y'all scored the first play. Unfortunately, we didn't score the first play. We scored the second play, but it was a good deal to be able to do that for Coach Matt.
But still a great, exciting way to start the game. That was just fun to watch.
Yeah, it was just a good game all around. Like, they were competitive. We were competitive. I was very thankful for that game.
Well, here, Coach, just the last couple of minutes and a pitch here to get people, not that your guys need any motivation, whether it's Miami or not, to get up for the game there, but just to pack up the dome much as we can on Saturday.
What else are you going to be doing at 3:30 Saturday?
Right?
Yeah, I just don't really know what else you'll be doing. So, the dome will be packed. Our players going to play their hearts out. It's a good deal for everybody to be there doing it. So we're excited about it. We can't wait. I'm excited about it. There's still a lot of tickets out for sale, so you should go get a ticket. It's not expensive. You go all the way to the top. The way they made the dome, you can sit in the nosebleed and still see everybody perfect. So if I was you, I would get myself there to be there to watch the game. But if not, you got to watch it at home. So just whatever it is you need to do, but make sure you're tuned in. It'll be an exciting game by 2 good football programs.
Well, Coach,
I think 2 of the best quarterbacks in the country.
No doubt.
Get a chance to go up and compete against each other.
Fast season, our final show here at Heritage Hill. And, Coach, thank you for hanging out like all season long and going over and above. And go Orange. Good luck on Saturday. Thank you for the 8 wins so far, because we're not done just yet. And go Orange. We will see you Saturday in the Dome. We'll talk to you on the radio.
I appreciate that. Be safe.
All right. Coach Fran Brown, Heritage Hill. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.